असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय. Just now we have discussed about cold currents and warm currents. Just now I said to you, this is equator. You consider as this is equator. Due to the centrifugal force, okay, this movement will be there clockwise, and here this movement will be there. This is anti-clockwise. Okay, in between the equator, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, how usually cold water currents and warm water currents they move one place to another place. Let's we discuss. And you don't forget salinity, melting of ice, density differences also causes ocean currents. These also causes ocean currents, but in our textbook they did not mention very deeply, so these are enough. Let's now we try to see about cold water currents and warm water currents, how they move one place to another place. You remember that cold water currents always come to the warm areas, then warm water currents again are always replaced to the cold warm currents. Sir, why sir? Why? Because of the, just now I said warm water currents lighter than the cold water currents heavy. Here this area is warm, this area is warm, so this area is cold, this area is cold. Yeah, then when the warm, this was deflecting, because warm water usually they deflect. Whenever it deflect, it also became very cold. This current also will become very cold. Whenever this current became very cold, usually this will be calmed down, because it is a very heavy, very dense. This ice, then usually it slowly deflect. Whenever it became very dense, it became very heavy. Here usually the gradient will form, slope. The slope will form. So usually this flow usually from warm ocean current to cold ocean currents, because here is very heavy, very dense, then it gone down in the bottom and it come again to these areas, slowly deflect to these areas. Whenever this cold current moving to the warm current, again whenever warm current, here what happened? Here the sea level increases, sea level expanded. So this area usually very good for fishing. This area is very good for fishing, very valuable area and very good for fishing. Fish come, fisherman will come, fishing industry also usually locate in this area. Now let's see how oceans are useful to mankind. Really, you know that 71% of earth covered with water, that especially saline water. In the beginning we have discussed, just 29% of surface is left for us, is it? See, oceans usually they are the bigger resource for us, very much resource. Most of the human beings, each and every one nowadays depends upon the ocean. For example, you want to fly, you want to go from India to London to America, you want to go here and there by flight. Definitely we need oil, crude oil we need, isn't it? And you wanted to send the goods from one place to another place in the cheapest rate, so that we need ships, that we need the sea trade. Okay, and moreover you need pearls, gems, you need fish, you need relax in the seashore. Then definitely these are the bigger resource for us. Let's see how these oceans are very useful to us. Oceans as a resource, yes, oceans are the bigger resource to us. How, sir? Example, these are providing food, fish food, marine food they are providing us, and not only that but also salt. Without salt it is impossible to eat, without salt, isn't it? Am I right or not? Food, seafood, there are a number of people where they love seafood, isn't it? So most of the seafood we are getting from the oceans, that you know that, and very costly seafood, sometimes crabs, different kinds of fish. Next, sand and gravel. Usually the sand and gravel also we are using for the construction of the buildings, houses. Okay. Next, minerals. We also get minerals. We are extracting minerals also from the ocean seabed, like chlorine, bromine, iodine, manganese, different minerals we are getting from ocean. Then tidal energy. What is the meaning of the tidal energy? Okay, ocean currents. We are using ocean currents and we are producing power. We are generating power. So that is we call as tidal energy, high tide, low tide, right? So we are getting power also from this ocean. Crude oil, petroleum, diesel, kerosene. These all are crude oil. We completely, mostly we depends upon ocean only. Natural gas that we call as CNG, compressed natural gas. Mostly we depends upon compressed natural gas, also ocean. Gems and pearls, very important. Gems and pearls, very valuable. So these also we are getting from the ocean. Cheap trade, bulk goods we want to send one place to another place. So that is cheap trade that we usually use ship. Tourism, we wanted to relax, we usually go to Goa or Visakhapatnam or any beach, Marina Beach of Madras or Chennai. So tourism. So these are a number of things we are getting from ocean. But at the same time you have to discuss that we are completely exploiting the resources. We are completely exploiting the resources. We are using ourselves. We are consuming ourselves, not for the next generation. So due to our reckless production of some material, due to reckless uses, finally oceans became victims. Like certain fish community vulnerable, certain community will be in the endangered, certain communities in the extinction list. Rare species, I think you know that rare species, endangered species, extinct species. Example, whale. You know that large fish like whale have been disappearing. That is not available. Very rare species. These species. Next. Moreover, these oceans now we are making as dump yards. We are dumping with the plastics. We are going to tour nearby the a beach or sea or ocean areas and we are enjoying and we are dumping the plastic, and due to that nowadays dumping yards, oceans are became dumping yards. While the ships are also whenever we are importing crude oil or exporting crude oil, certain crude oil may fall in the ocean, some of the ships may submerge into the ocean, then that also there is a increasing of the toxic wastage. Okay, so toxic wastage. So due to that it affects our climate, it affects our water bodies, it affects also the organisms which are available in the ocean. So it is our responsibility to do not exploit this ocean and we need to be clean this ocean. So this is our topic. Today we have completed hydrosphere. Hydrosphere was a huge lesson. This lesson successfully completed. I hope you understood this each and every point. If you didn't understand anywhere, you please post as a comment and you can write in comment box and I'll try to sort out your doubt and I'll give answer as early as possible.